From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Kylie Conway, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 for Thursday, September 15th. Today is going to be really nice, but summer's making a comeback. Temperatures are going to climb into the mid-80s, and the skies will stay mainly sunny as well. Police in Indianapolis say a standoff that stretched well into the morning is over. IMPD says officers detained a number of people. We had our mobile news tracker out at the scene this morning monitoring the situation. We carried it live on Daybreak on Wish TV for hours. It was in the area of 34th Arlington and Massachusetts Avenue. It's a intersection there where they all connect. IMPD says the situation actually started early last evening. That would be Wednesday evening, when officers found a man shot at 21st and Arlington. IMPD says detectives got a search warrant to seize evidence from a building and then returned when somebody fired shots from inside as officers got there. Just before 7 this morning, IMPD said it had detained the multiple people and started clearing the building. Now, IMPD says state troopers are on the scene over concerns that there might be a meth lab in the building. So people are still urged to stay away from the scene until further notice. This podcast is being recorded around 8:45 Thursday morning. So if you're listening to this well after that, then just go to wishtv.com and we'll always have the very latest updates there for you. And police are starting an investigation right now on a new death. The scene is on Taos Trail. It's near Washington and Shadeland. IMPD says officers went there on a call that somebody wasn't responding and found a person dead. Police say early indications are that the person was shot. That's not been confirmed. We're working on getting more information on that as well. And like the other breaking news story, you can catch the very latest on wishtv.com. All right, Indiana's new abortion ban is now in effect. The rule started at midnight. The measure ends the licenses for 7 abortion clinics in the state. Only hospitals and surgical centers can perform them, and only in cases of rape, incest, fatal fetal abnormalities, and to protect the woman's life. Doctors who violate the law could lose their medical licenses and face criminal charges. There are 2 lawsuits seeking to block the new rules, but judges in those cases haven't yet ruled. Indiana is one of 14 states with the ban in place, with several others moving quickly toward one. And the abortion law is prompting a protest outside the governor's residence today. An abortion rights group says it'll start picketing at noon and stay until 8 tonight, pushing Governor Holcomb to rescind the ban. And authorities say an inmate and a jailer talked on the phone nearly 1,000 times before the Alabama escaped that ended in Indiana this spring. Casey White was the prisoner. Vicky White was a supervisor at the facility where he was held. Authorities say the pair developed a romance and hatched a plot to break Casey White out, then run to a new life. They made it to Evansville, where 11 days later, authorities found them. A chase ended in a crash, the rearrest of Casey White, and the suicide of Vicky White. The sheriff in Lauderdale County, Alabama, now says the pair exchanged 949 calls in the months before the escape, while Casey White was in state custody before his return to a local jail, where the pair made their break. Former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows has complied with a subpoena from the Justice Department's January 6th investigation. That's from a new CNN report, which says Meadows, the highest-ranking member of former President Trump's administration, to have complied. Investigators have issued at least 30 subpoenas to people connected to Trump. The story says Meadows turned over the same materials he provided to the congressional committee investigating the riots. Neither Meadows nor the Justice Department are commenting on the claim. Hundreds of thousands of people will pay respects to Queen Elizabeth II this weekend as she lies in state inside Westminster Hall. The Queen's coffin left Buckingham Palace for the final time yesterday. A military procession brought her to Westminster, where she'll stay until her funeral Monday. Family members gathered for a prayer service in honor of her arrival. Crowds waited outside Westminster well into the night to see the Queen. Westminster Hall will be open to visitors 24/7 until the Queen's funeral. A special counsel investigation that started in the Trump administration is wrapping up. CNN reports John Durham's office is finishing work on the probe of potential misconduct during the investigation into claims of ties between the former president and Russia. Trump predicted it would expose a wide conspiracy against him. It has led to 3 criminal cases. The primary source of the probe, Igor Danchenko, is set to go on trial next month. The final report is on track for delivery to the Justice Department by the end of the year. Here in Indianapolis area, consignment sales season is underway. One billed as the biggest whale of a sale is back offering clothes for moms, kids, and more. Whale of a Sale starts today at Grand Park. The 4-day event will run through Sunday. Organizers call it a one-stop shop for baby to teen clothing, toys, strollers, bikes, furniture, handbags, a lot more. You can shop up to 100,000 items from 800 sellers. It's spaced out on a full-size professional soccer field. Friday, organizers say, is typically the best selection day, where Sunday is half price day. And there are a few other notable consignment sales happening in central Indiana. The Indy Kids Sale in Noblesville is happening through Saturday. Just Between Friends at the Hendricks County Fairgrounds next weekend. And Here We Grow Again will be in Boone County in October. To business headlines, we had breaking news this morning. The White House announced a tentative agreement has been reached between the railroads and their workers. This avoids a strike tonight that could have cost the U.S. economy $2 billion a day and could have led to empty store shelves. Railroad stocks like Union Pacific and CSX are trading higher in the pre-market because of this news. Housing affordability hasn't been this bad since Ronald Reagan was president. It now takes 35.51% of the median household income to make a principal and interest payment on the median home, with 20% down. That's according to figures mortgage technology and data provider Black Knight. That is the highest payment to income ratio since October of 1985, when it took 36.01% of household income to make that payment. Dozens of the nation's top universities are falling short on their goals to enroll more lower-income students. The Wall Street Journal reports many are actually losing ground despite major investments in financial aid, recruiting, and academic support. Many schools signed the American Talent Initiative to enroll 50,000 low-income students by 2025, but as of 2021 had only enrolled 7,700. The National Football League was sued for allegedly sharing digital subscribers' personal data with Facebook. Facebook allegedly tracks subscriber activity on NFL.com. Data sharing without consent is said to violate the Video Privacy Act. All right, let's talk about some events happening around town. Brickyard Weekend will run in August next year. Indianapolis Motor Speedway just revealed the schedule. It's a return to the first 12 years of the race when it was on the oval and always ran in August. It then moved to July for many years, then 2 years in September, then back to July this year. The plan for 2023, a 3-day run from August 11th to the 13th, featuring a Saturday doubleheader with IndyCar and the Xfinity Series. Then the main event, the Cup race, on Sunday. And today, Kroger is hosting a hiring event at its distribution center in Shelbyville. The company says it's looking to hire 100 more associates. Managers are looking for those with general warehouse abilities, knowledge of receiving, and supervisory experience. The event runs from 9 to 3 at the distribution center. And this week, the Toledo Mud Hens are in town at Victory Field. The Mud Hens are the AAA team of the Detroit Tigers. You can catch every pitch of today's game live at noon on our sister station, Mindy TV 23, if you don't get out to the actual ball field. But if you do have plans to do that, it should be a great day to watch some baseball live at Victory Field. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway, online at wishtv.com. And follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.